Hi everyone, Anat Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to use the same element. So we are going to make an art journal page with element of numbers, but we're going to use those numbers in 4 different ways on this art journal page. So the first way is embossing. So if you have a die cut machine and an embossing folder, so I have one, and it is all about numbers. So this entire embossing folder is all kinds of numbers jumbled up together, and it will be a great way to add them, this embossed paper you see, on the art journal page. So I'm using gel medium. You can use Mod Podge. I'm tearing the paper to pieces and attaching it to my art journal page. So like I said, we are creating an art journal page with numbers, and I'm going to show you a technique of using one element, which is the numbers, in 4 different ways. So the first way is embossing. I have torn the paper and I'm gluing it to my art journal page with gel medium. Again, you can use Mod Podge. The good thing about Mod Podge or gel medium is that you can also add another layer on top of the paper to seal it, and then you can spray it, paint it, and add any type of medium that you want once that paper layer is sealed with the Mod Podge or the gel medium. So I'm attaching the pieces of the embossed paper, and then I'm going to add another layer of white gesso on all the paper. Now I'm going to add some colors. I'm going to spray the page with 3 colors: yellow, green, and orange. Of course, you can use acrylic paints if you want, watercolors if you want. Just add some kind of color to your page. You can see how the embossed pattern, how the raised pattern is visible once the color is added, and I'm going to make it even more visible by adding a little bit of distress ink on top of the raised pattern, just to emphasize it a little bit more. So again, our first way of using the element of numbers was embossing. The second way to use numbers is stamping. So you can grab any stamp that you have with numbers. I'm going to use 2 different stamps. One is a separate stamp of numbers, quite big ones, and I'm going to use the same colors of distress ink that I used for distressing the pattern of numbers, the raised embossed pattern, and the same colors of the sprays. So I'm basically going to use green, yellow, and orange. Also going to use black and brown, so the stamping is going to be really visible on my page. So I'm taking the separate number stamps and adding them all over my paper, my art journal page, and you can see that I'm stamping in different directions. They don't all have to be straight, obviously. I'm also going to use this small numbers stamp and add a little bit more little numbers this time around the page. Not using acrylic block, I'm just holding the stamp with my hand and stamping the page. So until now we had embossing and we had stamping. These are the 2 ways. Now the third way, after everything of course is completely dry, is cutouts. So what I'm going to do is draw the number that I want on a piece of paper and then cut it out, distress the edges, add a little bit of color to it, and then add it as a focal point to my art journal page. So this is the third way, using cutouts. Of course, you can also use stickers, or you can use chipboard pieces or cutouts that you already have. You don't have to make them from scratch like I'm doing. I just wanted two very large numbers, and I didn't have the right cutouts or stickers for it, so I'm creating it myself. And you can see that the paper that I'm cutting the numbers from is also has a pattern of numbers on it. So that's kind of a bonus way, not just to use cutouts, but to cut out the shape from a paper that is also match the theme, in this case numbers. So I'm going to use again the same distress inks that I used on the page to add color to my numbers. So green, orange, yellow, and then around the edges with a darker brown. They will match the colors of the art journal page. Now the edges, and once I have all the edges distressed, I can go ahead and attach my numbers to the page. Okay, so that's the 42. I'm going to glue it with some glue to my art journal page, and this is the third way to use the number elements on an art journal page, is cutouts. I'm going to place it in the right place. Also going to add a little bit of text, but that is just to complete my page. It does not it's not part of the 4 ways. The last way is handwriting. I'm simply going to add a few more numbers just with a pen and my handwriting, just writing the numbers in different directions as a final touch, as to add a little bit more details to my page. And this is the final page. This is how it looks. Hope you liked it and that you'll give these 4 ways a try. You can do it on any art journal page with any element. You just pick one element and try to implement it on your art journal page in these 4 different ways, or just 3 of them. And maybe you can come up with some more ways. So thank you very much for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.